Hello, Bowen Island. It's May the 8th, and it's your Mayor, Gary Ander, with the weekly update. First of all, I'd like to congratulate the province for implementing the strict but necessary measures that have kept British Columbians safe and healthy during this global health crisis. On Wednesday, Premier Horgan announced BC's restart plan, Phase 2, which outlines what the new normal will look like going forward. This is a carefully considered approach to be carried out in 4 phases as public health monitors the transmission of COVID-19 to make sure that the curve stays flattened, which is kind of nice. Through all the work that we've done, we've managed to get control of this pandemic, and what we have to do is maintain that control. And we encourage you all to read up on the plan and make sure you're informed about what it entails. The plan right now is very general. By the time it comes out on May 19th, it'll be very specific. Right now, there's a lot of gray areas, but the province is working very hard on keeping it pretty much black and white like it's been to this point in time. So you know exactly what the new protocols will be. We must chart a safe path forward together, and that will protect our community and give us confidence that we can stay safe while increasing our social connections. Now that we are starting to turn the corner, we can't get too far ahead of ourselves. We need to keep holding the line against this virus, and this means keeping our social bubbles small. If we're gathering with others from outside our household, it needs to be in small groups of not more than 6 people. Safe physical distance of 2 meters needs to be maintained at all times. And this will carry on. This is not going to go away. The social distancing will carry on until such time as there are some safeguards like a vaccine or something like that. So get used to it. It's not going away, and it's going to be here for the foreseeable future. Outdoors is better than indoors, especially this gorgeous weather. Get outside, enjoy, but of course safe distancing is always mandated. And we need to think about the people in our lives who are more at risk and how we can protect them. Remember that every time you're in contact with somebody else, you're also in contact with the people in their social bubble. No handshaking or hugs outside your family. Not quite yet. While cautiously increasing our social connections, the importance of staying close to home cannot be emphasized enough. Even though we can get together in small gatherings, that doesn't mean that we should be taking trips to other communities. The recommendation to avoid non-essential travel remains in force, and it is the law. Now, with that in mind, this long weekend is coming, and we will be reiterating our message to visitors that now is not the time to visit Bowen Island. We're doing this by contacting accommodation providers who are showing availability in May, by issuing a media release with wide distribution, and we're already put in a big permanent sign in the Cove. Over the Easter long weekend, our COVID Rangers were a huge success in keeping an eye on things. Rest assured, they will be roaming the Cove next weekend, helping us to educate about physical distancing and other measures needed to prevent transmission of COVID-19. Just as a personal thing, there was a quote that came out from Dr. Henry, the provincial medical officer, and it was a quote from Winston Churchill, and it was something to the effect that we are not at the end. We may be at the beginning of the end, but we are at the end of the beginning, which is very appropriate for this situation that this world pandemic that we're in. We have control of the pandemic. We know where it's going, and we're able to ease a little bit at this point in time, but we are certainly not through it. We have to be diligent about our distancing. And like I said, that's going to go on for a long time. We have to be the hand washing and everything else. But we are going to ease up a bit, which is a positive thing for everybody. We get back to work and that sort of thing. And but it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. And don't think because we're entering phase 2 that things are going to loosen right up, because they're still going to be very restricted with some very essential protocols, which will be the law at the time. Anyway, you've done a great job, Bowen Island. Thank you very much. I'm so proud of the community. Think about your neighbors and who may be in need at this particular time. And there's going to be a transition as we carry on here, that there's going to be some other issues that sort of come up with, as far as loneliness and people being, out of social contact for a while. So be good to your neighbors. Let's keep it up, stay strong, and stay safe. Thank you very much. Nice chatting.